Hey, what's up, guys? Neighborhood Picks. Like and subscribe. Share the channel. Tell everybody about it. We're only beginning. We're just starting to grow. What I've been doing is, since I made a little chump change on the Rams this weekend, I've been looking for player props and what's the best, most fun way I can involve myself in betting something of the future, like after the Super Bowl's over. So what I found was they have odds on Fanduel who will lead the entire postseason in rushing. They have odds for players now, the entire postseason. So you have to take the games into account also. Who will lead the entire postseason in receiving? So basically, there's four teams left. They got guys on the board for the Bengals, the Chiefs, um, the Rams, and the 49ers. So it's hard if you think one of the teams is going to lose, then that guy's out, and then the other guy's got a full game ahead, which you have to play into account. Which leads me, it's really a tale of two classes. When you look at the receivers on this board and the leaders, they're studs. When you look at the leading rushers, there's no big name out there like when I was like there's no Marshall Falks, LaDainian Tomlinson, Thurman Thomas, Barry Sanders, Edgerrin James. There's no big names out there like that. So rushing, let's get into the rushing first. Okay, to lead the postseason in rushing yards right now, Elijah Mitchell's first at plus 100. That is eyebrow raising to me because the 49ers are probably going to get beat next round. So why is he the favorite? I had to dig a little deeper. Well, the rushing leaders in the postseason right now, Elijah Mitchell's number one at 149. Number two is Josh Allen. He's knocked out, 134. Number three is Debo, same team, and he's not even a running back. That's why I'm saying the class of running backs right now is low compared to like every other year of my life. Mitchell, then you got Josh Allen, quarterback, he's out. Debo, receiver, he's not going to pass Mitchell if they both keep going. So I wouldn't even consider him. Singletary, he's out, 107. Number 5 is the second closest on the list, Akers. So Mitchell's got 149, Akers has 103. So on the odds, Cam Akers is second at plus 340. But let's say the Rams beat the Niners, okay? Let's speak hypothetical here. Why is Elijah Mitchell still the favorite? Here's why. He's got 150 yards. We're going to round it up one. Let's say he goes for about 100 yards and they lose. Now he's got 250 for the postseason. Let's say Cam Akers gets 40 yards on the ground, 60 receiving, and they win. So if he gets 40 on the ground, he'll have 140. Elijah Mitchell will have 250 and he'll be eliminated. That means that for Cam Akers to overtake the rushing lead for the whole playoffs over Elijah Mitchell, if it's him he's chasing, he would still have to get 110 yards in the Super Bowl on the ground. So when you throw little numbers in like that, it makes sense. You just got to think it out. Think it out. So Elijah Mitchell's the favorite because if he bangs out a 100-piece, even with the Super Bowl, with the Chiefs, let's look at the leaders right now, rushing. Elijah Mitchell, number 1. Okay, we talked about him. Allen, 2, out. Debo, 3. Singletary, out. Akers, 4, 5. Mixon, 6, 102. Mixon's on the Bengals. They'll probably lose. That's why they got Mixon. Mixon's plus 600 because they're figuring the same thing with him. Mixon, 102. Let's say Mixon gets to 110. That's still 210. Nah, I don't see Mixon at all. Mixon's a bad bet at plus 600. Plus Cincinnati's probably going home. I think the only way Mixon could win this is if he gets to the Super Bowl. Mixon can't do the Elijah Mitchell and bang it out in one round. Mixon's plus 600, but he's only got 102 yards. Akers 103. Yeah, those two dudes got to get to the Super Bowl. 7th on the list is Patrick Mahomes, 98. They got him listed at plus 600 to lead the fucking postseason in rushing. That's not happening. All right, then you got McKinnon, 85 yards. Let's say the Chiefs get to the Super Bowl. Let's say McKinnon goes. Now, right now, we're 2 rounds away. McKinnon is plus 900. And Sony Michel is plus 1100. You never know. If Cam Akers goes down, all right, let's say Mitchell has a dud kind of, ends up with 50, 200 yards. Let's say Mitchell finishes with 200. That's the guy we got to worry about. We want to take a shot on McKinnon at plus 900 and Michel at plus 1100. Okay, McKinnon's got 85 yards. Let's say the magic number is 200. If he gets another 85 this weekend, he'll have 170. They win. They go to the Super Bowl. He could go over. So McKinnon is a realistic long shot if you want to throw a little cheese, because if he has a good game on the ground this week, he won't be plus 900 anymore. That's the anticipation bet. Sony Michel, he's only got 62 yards. He's plus 1100. $100 pays 11, but Akers would have to go down. They would have to get to the Super Bowl, and he would have to have two really hot games. So, as far as the running backs, Elijah Mitchell plus 100 is the favorite. Cam Akers plus 340. Mixon plus 600. Debo plus 600. Mahomes plus 600. McKinnon plus 900. Michel plus 1100. That is weak. So, if the 49ers ever get to the Super Bowl, that Elijah Mitchell is a wrap. Nobody's passing him. So, I'm trying to corner the market with playmakers and the season leaders, playoff leaders in rushing and receiving. Rushing's tough. Now, receivers, piggybacking on what I was said yesterday, Cooper Kupp is the favorite at minus 125. But I would take a shot on the other guys and just bet Cooper Kupp to be the MVP of the Super Bowl. Because the Cooper Kupp whispers are getting louder. People are starting to be like, hey, we got to start to give Cooper Kupp some credit. I just have this funny gut feeling that Cooper Kupp is going to get his credit on the final hour after the Super Bowl with that MVP. And the Cooper Kupp to win the MVP of the Super Bowl is plus 1,000. So why waste your money? If Cooper Kupp leads all receiving yards for the postseason, that means that he's going to have more than Hill and Kelsey, who are right behind him in the odds at plus 250, plus 250. Let's say the Rams play the Chiefs. If Cooper Kupp has more, Cooper Kupp's got 244 yards right now. Hill's got 207, Kelsey's got 204. They're all in the mix. Gabriel Davis is out, Mike Evans is out. They're in between. We don't even need to talk about them. Jamar Chase 225, but he might be going home. So Kupp, Hill, Kelsey. Now, let's say Kupp, Hill, and Kelsey all get to the Super Bowl. Chiefs, Rams, right? Kupp outperforms them. If he leads all receivers in yards, he'll probably get the MVP. Cooper Kupp. Who's the MVP of the Rams this year? With all those Hall of Famers, all those good dudes. Who's the MVP of the Rams? It's Cooper Kupp. You can make an argument that Cooper Kupp's the real MVP of the NFL. So I wouldn't put minus 125. If this kid leads the whole postseason in receiving after the regular season and they win the Super Bowl, Cooper Kupp plus 1,000 for MVP. That's where the money's at. Tyreek Hill and Kelsey plus 250, plus 250. Those are nice shots, but those are shots. And let me tell you, they're not passing Kupp, I don't think. Hill has the best chance because of that speed. You take a little shot on Hill, but those are not great odds, plus 250. Jamar Chase at plus 340. Now we're talking. But then it drops. You got those four. Kupp, Hill, Kelsey, Chase. Minus 125, plus 250, plus 250, plus 340. Now ready? T. Higgins, plus 3,400. Why? I'm going to tell you why. Okay. Receiving yards leaders this postseason. Kupp, 244. Then we get down fourth, Chase, 225. Hill, 207. Kelsey, 204. Then we go all the way down to 12th, Higgins, 106. Why is he plus 3,400? Well, here's the thing. T. Higgins, if you go and look at his catalog, at his stats this year, the Bengals, the one thing they do well, it's definitely not pass protection. The one thing that I noticed they do well, they don't stay on Jamar Chase. I've seen Chase have good games this year, and then the next game have Chase be the decoy and they're running Chase, and Higgins is going off from deep cross. And I've seen Higgins with these 170, 200-yard games. So let's say next round, T. Higgins goes for $140 and Chase goes for 60. Let's just say. Okay? Well, that would give Higgins $146. So let's make it $150. Chase has 225. He's got 60. Still, 220. Still 280. So it would be, 280. Oh no, I said $160. $160. So it'd be 266 and 280. You see what I'm saying? If T. Higgins has a big game and Chase has a regular one, those two are close. Add 150 to T. Higgins is 106. That's 156. 256. I'm sorry. I keep saying it wrong. That's why it's not making sense. Add 150 yards this week to T. Higgins 106. 256. Add 50 yards to Chase's 225, 275. What I'm saying is, I'm sorry for being a retard with my speaking. If Higgins has a big game this week and they use him as the big guy and Chase has a regular game, you're not going to see T. Higgins at plus 3,400 anymore. But the Bengals have to get to the Super Bowl for Higgins to be able to do it. But that's the best long shot. T. Higgins at plus 3,400. Because with a big T. Higgins game and a regular Chase game, if the Bengals win, one of those guys has a serious shot. If Cooper Kupp doesn't spoil it for everybody. Then you got Deebo Samuels at plus 4,300. But I'm looking up Deebo's. Deebo's got 82 receiving yards right now. He would have to pass guys in the 200s. I know Higgins only has 106, but I've seen T. Higgins blow up before. And Odell's plus 5,000, but he's not passing the guy on his own team. Because when Odell goes home, Cooper goes home. Nobody's passing Kupp. So with the receivers, you got hybrid receivers. Kupp is the favorite. Hill and Kelsey are good shots. Chase at plus 340 is the obvious outside shot. Higgins is the think-ahead shot. I have a photo image in my mind of Higgins with these big games. If T. Higgins and the Bengals prevail this next weekend, and he has one of those monster bomb games, he's in the mix. Next weekend, he'll be plus 400 or 500 to lead the postseason in receiving yards. Right now, he's plus 3,400. $50 gives you 1,700. You know what I'm saying? $25 gives you $850. $25 on Higgins gives you $850. That's a shot. The running backs are so weak. I'm so surprised. Mitchell's number one, and they're not even going to make it all the way. They're saying Mitchell's going to have more yards in the whole postseason by next week than anybody else in 2 more games, because I know that if San Fran ever gets there, that's a runaway bet. I would go with a Ram. So it's going to be probably Akers or McKinnon. If the Chiefs get there, who cares who wins? It's not about the winning team. So Akers is not a great bet either at 340. That's not great odds. Mixon, he's going home probably. But I'm talking about T. Higgins like he's not, so I'm kind of two-faced. Debo plus 600 for rushing leaders. The guy's a receiver. Mahomes, he ain't leading him. McKinnon is the outside shot on this side. If McKinnon and Akers both get there, McKinnon has 85 yards right now. Akers has 103. Okay, so why is Akers plus 340 and McKinnon's plus 900? They're 20 yards apart. So that will change, and it doesn't matter who wins. We're not betting on teams. Who's going to have the most postseason rushing yards? If the Chiefs get there and the Rams get there, and McKinnon's running hot these next 2 weeks, he could pass Akers. So that's the shot at plus 900. But right now, I just wanted to look through the DraftKings future odds on the postseason rushing leaders, who's going to win, what the odds are, and the postseason receiving leaders, who's going to win, what the odds are. So we got a good little idea about that, and we'll see. Well, I'm going to keep cooking up more stuff.